shopping. When I shopping, forum shopping here, obia okokota or share court na judge we me peno. We me peno. We be boame. We me classmates. We nenimi drew. Until o shop if you one court until one family case. We all know say since Anas expose on the judiciary no, there has been a reform to the selection of case said currently obia family case you don't determine which judge no be this assembly. It goes through the computer e-system, distribution system, electronic distribution system, so that nobody knows lawyer be a family paper case for court only be a case no be court only hand in determine judge obedi wasem until the computer no pick it. Now one filing matter before a court chief justice enimi ebo air kono or see matter bia involving what I say applications sitting judge is sitting in terms of contempt no the same judge in this there will be consistency because at times who file case judge be nim ni na adani tintin na ye dey the same judge wa now you petition the justices and you engage in forum shopping just because we see can iraye and I want emphasize into no madie mo so ropa na mako yi musika bank na ono uma on the year no ye fie say that be about fie ye musika wo ye 100 Ghana ye 200 Ghana ye 10,000 Ghana ye 20,000 Ghana we don't know mama sorry you eat and chill but then obi a Ghana bi ni wa kizu no say ni sika yira obi a o man Ghana enka say we no Obiara, there's no evidence whatsoever say we're engaging in corrupt practice and now and now we're engaging in embezzlement. No, the money that now who suspecting based on suspicion, you suspect say we're engaging in corrupt activity. No, you are now engaging in delay, forum shopping, and creating impression as if the justice system must go for you. Listen to me. If you're a prosecutor, your success as a prosecutor is not how much cases you win. Anything I'm gonna for a bit more bon. Or shot and training. Anything I'll call Attorney General Officer. Your label will say Ministry of Justice and your Ministry of Prosecution. They administer justice. And justice, no, is about the truth. It's about what is fair. It's about what is right. It's about what is due process. It's about Obiebe who say somewhere they're down transparency. Until uko di case na uko bwana ihu no kware no na bibia da fire. It's not every day that prosecution must lead to conviction. And then the na uko prosecutor obia e so di nkunim lawyer be aniwa o ye lawyer ube to be di nkunim forever and ever. No lawyer can win all your cases. Brilliant and competent lawyers loses their cases. We have lawyers like Tachuchi Kata. We all know one of the legal luminaries, powerful. How many cases in Tachuchi Kata in losing was Supreme Court? Does that make him a lawyer on your good? How many times the states, prosecution, and the police have gone to court? Does that make them a failure? You are pursuing justice in the name of the Republic. Simplicity. Since another case, no, your interest as a prosecutor is not to go and show who you are and yet show off. Is it a Senate prosecutor office and yet show off and yet how competent you are, but how you assist to ensure justice. And it's my prayer that the Chief Justice that I know, Tokonu, Nyami Nipa, Nyami Monsina so, no Chief Kwasia Semno. By this week, all come out with the verdict. This is not about the case, no. Now, it's unfair. It is unfair. So, Special Booster, stop the forum shopping and go and face trial. Go and prove your case. Go and prove your worth. Go and help in the administration of justice. Go and fulfill your duty to the state and the republic and to the good people of Ghana. We are not interested in witch hunting. We are interested in justice, truth. That is what Ghanaians want. And that is my opinion. So Kisajabi, stop the forum shopping. It's very unfair and wow. Now, let me come to the issue of politics. It looks as if in this country, political activities are started because NDC, a primaries, Mama is ready, is warming up. I don't see him warming up. Mama, I think that is just relaxing to look at what is going to happen to the ruling party. Happen to NDC, MPP. So Mama is somehow relaxed. NDC is somehow relaxed. And in their camp, it is more of peace and the emotion ABC. But unfortunately, something cropped up in their camp. Brian, you say you're condemning the political intolerance of MPP. UTV without authorization. Are violating the laws of the land. They are now being investigated and possible prosecution if the evidence can prove guilt beyond reasonable doubt. And the police must be given the time. And Mamo Maye pushy police for no court. Pushy and I look at utility showbiz and I see people sitting down there. They are not lawyers. But they are trying to analyze legal issues. We share A+ in submission 0. We share logic in submission 0 on the issue of police. No, we share you can't stampede the police. Investigations take time. And if you're Budoka, you're planting into the show to come and spew arrogance or to talk or and I'm calling IGP and I'm calling. Look, listen to me. You see, United Showbiz and UTV, they be a problem for your show. Bullock is not an expert in law. And A+ is not an expert in law. Can it tell the police what to do? It is only in Ghana here, as a man, near more police for charging for court, only for them to go and tell the judge, says, my lord, that thing must stop. We must give the police time to do thorough investigations. Sabi. Nyamuhu wa UTV, no, there is more to that. They have to take the statement of the boys. Who taking the statement of the boys? It's not enough. Every single person, Biara, our show, Nusu, Miss V, Muno, any logic, Mu, and some of the workers who were there, no, are potential and material witnesses. I said, police follow Thomas up, Bako. Then, and then there's an allegation, say, the people went there with ammunitions. They said, I'm see, and that is the story. Do you think the police is a fool? Mutra radio station now can say the story now changes. You confirm who say they were not armed, no. Mutim studio ho Emma money show for say and a boys no ba no nasikai ashishomo ho na tuo ashishomo ho, and this is the story, the new story. Do you think the police don't have to investigate that one? Who is the police? Police and Johnny Coco to Coca say, my lord, when we went to the place, the people were armed. Now they caught them. Some say, why is the evidence? Now we say, oh, and CS Bulldog, CS A+, CS Young Criminal. I don't want to use the word that when they say on software way, see, me personally use one my platform so. But that is exactly what you people want to. Mufu say, Nyamuhu yana mokano evidence. No. The police have to take the time to gather enough evidence to first establish lances. They were not authorized to go there. And what was their intention? If it's a crime, it's committed by what you do. It's your intention. Every crime have two elements. Mensrai, wajin, and actores. they are here. The Musha law. Musha law, number one. Now, these are the panelists. Two of them, they speak like lawyers, but they are not lawyers. Young from Mamu, young from Mamu, Mamia, lawyer. You see, you people don't have the experience. So please don't talk as if the police are not doing anything. Please, you can't stampede the police. Leave them to do their work. They are professionals. At the end of the day, number 4 said there is enough evidence. They might even take the docket to the Attorney General for advice. So, but you see, this Holu Balu, I condemn me MPP for no. And then we have other people who are excited. And this is calling for, then all of a sudden, equalization. And this is also start to say, almost engaging violent. Do. Need a table for my downfall. The mission why are there? What bread? NDC politics, the Mudia year one, what bread? Namun Coco ye, Mudini Ponya Primus, Mudini ye, Betty can look at the balance. It shows say, baby enjoy it. It shows say, it is not enough for one political party to be happy. Say the youth no engage in vigilantism, vandalism, attack behavior, any to trust them. One party should come and sing as if only they are holy. Both political parties have issues. The Ghanaian youth have a problem. Now, my problem is simple. Say, political tolerance is not being preached because our media space, led by Kevin Taylor, there. But in fact, when you mean Kevin Taylor, we have a problem more memu. Kevin Taylor, I say on my tolerance level politically. Kevin Taylor, I say cat is smart. I say A+. And other people are police somewhere insults and threats. In politics, propaganda is allowed. In politics, mafiaism. Say who mafiaism in terms of who move things are any violent, any insult is allowed. You can be biased. Bias is allowed. Political game, political bias is allowed. Mistake, there's no way out there. May glorify Mahama. It will not happen. This station have a political stand. But I should make sure that a little bit objective. Into the media, people like Kevin Taylor, Nyame, I say a bomb para Kevin Taylor. We need to pray for that boy. Dimona, Abrabo imuno, Oyampa bo. In fact, we need deliverance. I think, we need pastors. We need to organize serious prayer session for Kevin Taylor and the Bushia. Because between who say Kevin Taylor, say Nimba Mitiasia, Wahani Mami Papa. Kevin Taylor, Aboni Mamika. Because about Ebia per se, Owuba, Sabano. Onyende sa no nia ade papa be fini mu aba ade papa de be fini mu aba ne ye akola owo anyonyam akola adomache de bi woni mu akola oye nhira ema na wofo ne fie ne bro no ene oman no ene wiase ene efeso akola obuwa de no ferry, no suro. Nyame. Kevin Taylor die. Onso nyame. Asofo yi otumi twabo asofo to say no. Omwa die odidi atem. O ataka obia na Kevin Taylor mame. Obe yi kofa no we. Kevin Taylor yi kofa no we. Onyem no edu na odi ye maame wahaye mami wa haye odi Kevin Taylor haye Ghana and we are say why problem am we are say and Kevin Taylor abetche attempt because of the insults odidi attempt must say no mabumunu obia social media bia no insult have become part of our democracy, our political jargon. Into attempt left and right. Kevin Smart attempt the whole of oh now we A plus. Oh, and you know ama attempt the temperate like there's no tolerance because and then additional and about ideas. Ka na min kebi na even scam me propaganda krana me din talk krana. But we didn't throw without and that's intro there is allowed. Who to be didn't throw, but and who didn't throw the children at you? No, be a correct. The truth stands, me Vanda. Intro that lies cannot prevail over truth. It is as me Tiana me didn't try. Or be too much energy and I can correct them. But say me didn't try. The alternative is not to insult me. It's not to attack me. And you know, some of us, no, we have been insulted and attacked, but we are not bothered about that because it's a thing. What they say, this platform, me did open at them. No, you can't come in. I can't come here and start insulting or attacking, threatening people. No, you use your platform to educate, to inform, criticize, and attack the philosophy of people, but minus insults. But Kevin Taylor is the culture of insult. Kevin Taylor has imported the culture of insult into our politics. And a boy have done problem. Ama ene. The reason why me bunu after manation with somebody said there's violence, political violence. There's something. There's a spirit. Kevin Taylor at ho na Kevin Taylor papa me dimu ya papa. Papa, papa, no. Also, papa, there's no papa, also problem. Obano, mukofano way. Nyame yambon pa ma Kevin Taylor. Nyame be bon pa wo Yesu dimu. Anyumre me to Kevin Taylor. A shenya wonsa. Nyame akwei. Nyame wadane problem amaye. Nyame wona obo nipa. Now can say when no so bonipa nyame when no so bol Kevin Taylor boy yi nyame to say unna yemu na Bible catch say nyame Jeremiah chapter 1:5 say bra me wo me na mu yemu no na me nimu and na me wo no so no mo be wi ase no me set aside for a purpose nyame Kevin Taylor what be wi ase so obey den nyame eti Kevin Taylor de be wi ase so be di atem nyame Debi we die ya bre o dia say ya bre papa o chabonsam kana o wo heaven kana o ya ku no utunu efi fene say esoro ade ba fom nyame Kevin Taylor de ntumi no manu kosoro nyame Yesu Kristo didu tam no kosoro boy tam no fosoro because just say nyame ohun fi intro any when they say oya be ye I want to so no odi sanyama be bon pa say nyame say no say fini fa abusuamu o say ne fini mo de abusuamu o ana brochi na koye na amanfo ko brochi so de papa nyame amanfo ko brochi na mo de ade papa ba omodi technology omodi puntuo eba no boy nyame okwa brochi die well important insult nyame wabeda na bosom ana ebusuam o memu ye bon person say ohum na tika Kevin Taylor mu no Yesu Kristo tuma no da Jesus tuma no da na Kevin Taylor ye body deliverance ebra obusuamu body deliverance Abrabo mu say nyame be man say paso so na we yi sa ohum na fi mu na next year de be hu no na nyame asra wo sra ama waba ya body foforo o ti say owan ni be na sakra ma Abrabo yi owan ni be na menya yi oyi mi radada oida mi bra furufuro Kevin nyame be bon pai nyame say obeyi Kevin Taylor efisa subaya adane no me wana Abrabo mu na emma no kwantente no na me sakra no because oyo kra na enidi no me bon pa say by this time no enya by next month the crown no ka bi that no so for o dey say for the program na say a waka no kware bubuade wo Yesu di mu na me bon pa amen mo wi amofa maka bitela me tu huhum a eye beye ene efo ne say atemide huhum no me tu fini mu ti kabitela political intolerance in Yano is coming from Kevin Taylor and those who are learning it from they created this. Now we need political tolerance and how do we achieve it? Political tolerance is simple. Obiaya politics. You can do politics without insult and attack, and then when they say threat, attack is allowed. Attack. You can't say attacker. Just say okay, be attack. Any insult. You can attack the president in a nice way. The president, president, your policies is evil. President, you are incompetent. These are attacks which are allowed. But to tell the president when he may hurry, say, that is not tolerant enough. We attack our opponents, we criticize them, we expose them. That is allowed. And politics, we need that. Because when attack your opponent, no one exposing it wrong, no one criticizing the abandon Obiang who say you are the alternative. So we don't expect, say, no political party need to attack. NDC can attack MPP, MPP can attack NDC. You can judge, you can disagree, you can do your propaganda, you can do everything, maneuver everything. It's allowed. It's part of the political game. What do I say? Politics no politics. The mafianism. What do I say? The science and data. The movement. All these things are allowed in political space. But their foul and infringement is insult and threats. And that is what we don't need in NDC. If you remember, Nsem money, UTV, no, you don't. And then NDC for so you now, Mukoye violent, no, you don't. It doesn't argue well. Now, let's come to Kevin within the same. Ken, Japan, any Baumia, any the other contestants, no, I can't less than 3 weeks. Now you got trouble. More campaign well, but I have issues. Bamia is in the north, speaking to the delegates and convincing them. In style. The former minister of Agric, Akoto, is also having his way of campaigning quietly. And you have fourth contestant also is doing his Nimbo is doing his own somewhere. With Kennedy upon the showdown candidate is continuing with the showdown, but the showdown attack no abba on the contestants. He's attacking people and talking and raising issues and making the party very unpopular. Throwing jab here and there. My worry with Kennedy Pond here, it looks as if Kennedy Pond me blame no. My problem with Kennedy Pond is say, I so far be a man of false hope. Say, only the next president, and in commissioner by no, any people who are around him no. Mostly no, I so funny numerologist funny and commission no. Or they say led by this or so far Mwako. And Mwako so far Mwakumunia Kotrans Frank as Amakono. I'm a who say Nyamia San was the only president in Tino. Can the point the real shed those prophecies no and those statements from men of God. Into a man who say apart from one Colonel, Obi qualified to be, and is attacking Baumia, is incompetent, visionless, he can't be president here and there, fine. But the problem is that Ken, one you wage a war against prophecy, any prophet, and you rubbish them, say, and you know that these people are, instead of doing the right thing, and developing Ghana, they use prophecy, almost their zank for in the name of prophecy, Ghanaians are lazy. In the name of prophecy, this same prophet, you trust them and believe them. You see, and because you have failed to see the reality. Say, winning election is not about prophecy. So about winning elections, and then you catch say you catch your crap and say you have to work towards it. So you catch yourself by your man penny crana and say work towards it. You must show, you must demonstrate. But because these things now you catch with it, one feel very arrogant, and the way you show, and I'm your way. And I do this, and you see, I don't have a problem. You can say those things, but when you are destroying the party, and then you come about because say, if the party doesn't give you the mandate forth, you are worse than Alan Chermante. So you destroy what the party, and you destroy Ghana. You see, and you are talking fine, but the way you are talking, and you will be why we feel very uncomfortable, and you are threatening the system. But you see, whether we be winning or not, it doesn't depend upon prophecy. And your hard work and the delegates. Now, oh dear, Koswana, show boy. I know you are older than me, so you are in time. Afro bede, CPP Afro bede, na bede ma. Omuya na nobody bede ma. Oh dear, I say, Ghana sana sumatio. Bede mako bebiana atim foi ne asante foi afro bede obaso be rally a no mu gurechi bebre eba na yi na to say dim yedi aye pa kwesi ndum edumewura anada ndum ya na kwese wo efo say kerejepo na waye ndum and kerejepon ye ka show ye ka obi o show boy now what ndum eye edumewura. The investment that Idum have done in this economy, and the way I the political party, Idum was everywhere. Edumera, Edu Homonona, Edumera, Edino. Unka good day. Omunyamu wahe. Asa ayoriga munya wahe. And amu urefi kwabadako. Kwabadako so nyame ya chene so obey president. And Ghana for train na nikokono. O dia so di nikokono ko ye campaign. Na ye wie nikoko wie no. Na ya pension no. Ghanaians are like that too. So please don't go and mobilize people on the street. And the street boys now call and no mono. I have to create voter ID card to vote for the main election. Bebre omun do state even to vote. Ebi this need 18 years but what with it. Was about to say show boy. And then a lot of the people on the street are not delegates. Western regional delegates, they are key makers. Also, be a delegate to be a buno. Enti obetraho waba. Enti uko street. Now I'm a food with now share the numbers. Now Uber Joe catch and say, oh, look at the numbers. Enti because of that, the numbers on the street except 4th December no win here. Now I say, oh no, now Australia. You see, these are the problems I have with your campaign. Enti one year. Ebe say baby akobia no dom no diwechi. But election time no I reflecting in vote la we say you wiawo na fe de nyame asem o kan no ntino ambe mo ne say now in I told you for no ni do mo ye o kere report you. I told you for bia ye o. Ube win it but now so you realize that all your prophecy bia no and now nyame ya cheso be win but one wiawo these prophets are telling you say there are people who are there to ensure say nyame asem mbem. Enti the woman amawu pere the power bitter towards people thinking say omoni conform person omo block a chance to be the president. So these prophets are omo di usika e sha nkom money na ka wo kere the pon pa wo de say no sit tipa na wo ne asofo kra men wo de umaye hu say asofo they are lazy asofo bebremfi nyame. You don't even believe in prophecy, you believe in hard work. And then you are surrounded by those people, and they are telling you things to the sense of who's boys now to be catch and say Kennedy Point is the next president. And then you have Amwakumo. People are telling you, you know, Obi a Jis can be Obi a come at the end of the day. Omu so can say, oh, but say Obedi could but one year. So they try and play safe. These men of God, no, you want me, I don't know. Oh, or catch us Obedi Kunima, but I say, but so be me. Obedi Kunim, but one year, Obedi people, they do that. And Namaso for no, I don't know, Yanche, you are so from the Nuna Yada for we say, your prophet my NDC. Now, so your prophet my NDC. Nation come, Yame Bako. Any Obia different conscience, and then Yame Ben Mudichi. It's high time, say, you forget about the prophets and the prophecies that we've told you and go to the delegate. Stop the populist and then showmanship and then popular. I was and media ya dummy. No can no vote. These people who are telling you no can no vote. No. Vote. They don't have. The delegate, the kingmakers are calm. Go and convince them and stop the show. The year and after their show, the show of 24th November. One show the Nibre, attacking people who are innocent. And then instead of attacking these men of God, a woman of false prophets, you end up attacking your own party and trying to destroy your own party. But we say there's one thing that you don't know. Nyamia choro no watro nyamia kan waka 4 December ni obedi nkurim nyame wo se waka no bebem irade aka se nyamia yi na ma no yi na ma eye wo eye obi eye obi a eye wo eye we feel say me candidate am pen asem we feel say agric minister sakoto so on free ono ene ni mako adanimo. These 4, Nyamia Kano be lead the MPP. And then Nyamia Council said 2024, no, obey your president also, obey Baba your president. What is written is written. Until Mr. Let's leave these fake and false prophets. They are doing damage. You see, when there will be political tension and intolerance, these men of God are the ones who are creating it. There are 2 people who are creating political tensions in this country. One, Kevin Taylor, and then the allies are already insults, any threat, ever system. And 2, fake pastors and prophets. You see, because when the omission comes, now my Obiafo said, Zan commission, I say, oh, yeah, but if all these political insults, any threat will be eliminated, near engaging in political tolerance. Can I mean, and the first one, let me educate you finally. Third one, say, yempe political violence. Mr. Media, no. Media, no, me tumofo. Muntie. Me for the past 16 years, I've been a law lecturer in media law. To become media for Muntie, my lecturer, Nekasano. Many media house be going to be a ministry with journalists idea. I've taught media law for more than 15 years or 16 years of my life. I'm a guru. I'm an authority in media law. So when I'm talking, listen to me. If you like, go and find out from all the media stations, say, Loyan Power, and media law. So listen to me. Ghana Journalists Association, my association is the most useless. The most useless. They say, who need fast work? What's my association? No. Moi, you are an association now. You don't even run a professional body. More to be protecting members in terms of who becomes a journalist in the country. When Jama, fake, and then bloggers, and Obia are also a journalist. So the association cannot, you are not a professional body. More a professional body, more regulating members as to who qualifies to be a journalist. Instead of fighting towards that one, most issue statements and people under attack. More to be protecting my own members. Number 2, your members are poorly paid. Your members don't have. They are not getting what they want. Dignity. There's no dignity in being. No welfare system for them. Money mouthpiece. You are not making the association attractive. The money man is about members but issue statement. That's all that you need. And what was your S? What was your SS? Because the Journalists Association, to ensure media no all media houses there in Ghana, including UTV, Obia, including WONTUMI, make sure they are free. To ensure, say, there will not be any attack, any violence on any media house. No. Every media house must declare its stand first. And those who want to be MPP media house, no. Muyi muti, ne mu say station where die, muye MPP bias, openly. Stations are NDC bias, no. Musu muyi muti. Muye neutral, muye who say muye neutral. It's simple. It's simple. So that, for example, WONTUMI station here, MPP bias. And nobody can come and attack. They all say, oh yeah, the opponent who attacking NDC. NDC didn't say, station where there's an motive. It's the boom. And also, who attacking or by attack you be. Who insult you or by insult you be. Who threaten or by threaten you be. So if you don't insult and are threaten, nobody will insult and threaten you. Even when they insult and threaten you, can me say me too, say no. Omu di di matem sa, but me say it's because Nsem nya impact on them. You know, you see where who say be di what they say. I don't know what can you yeah. And the capital say ula ampa on say me gay na me share pampers. Capital I can see true lawyer. But then I say whether me true lawyer me need to be lawyer asama can chew. And the me who say can tell your truth for say me what can say me true lawyer obia oni me. For example, me mama wo me enim say me nye gay. Papa enim. Me nua no me enim. Madam fufu am wo me ho a me dem ko school nia from for the Majorda. Ekoya call na ko bot experimental. Ebe sin call Ebere secondary school. Ebe sin call for Labone secondary school. Ebe sin call University of Ghana. Me a vandal. Me call big vandal. Me a vandal. You have law school fellowship. Me feel law school. Me call Mokola. All those friends in there, and the lawyers in there, and the lawyers who see in the court in there, say lawyer and power. And you get. And those who know me, knows me. And you know, when you tell her refer me and so again, and then there's almost all intro. And Odidi Watem. And you will say, it shows that's why I don't have regard for that guy. Because, or your trophy, me, when you want to talk about me, who can be being there for me? Who I mean, your trophy. But for you to say, you're gay, or did true more, or be on me because, oh, this guy. That's why, can you tell me, say, we had deliverance. Because if he knows my Ampa, who for gay crowds show me. Because I'm somebody, I hate those things. Me need my young man, I respect women. But I say, everybody know where I stand from. Match there for so many years. School match there in Yano. Hey, match there, let me tell you. Match there, and your mom. Prayer service. Me and Wada, and your mom. What did I say? University. Match there was Central University. Match there was All Nations University. Company and Business Law. Match there was Tanzania College. Match there was when they say 5 or 6 universities. Medium University. And all the 5 or 6 universities are actually there. The students know lawyer and power. Some of my students, I made sure my day was Central University. Some PL, NDC lawyer. Me trust some PL idea, and then some PL lawyer. But I thought some PL. Bevulate, NDC for Bevulate. Military security couple. Me trust my day was Central University. Bola Remunia were my students. What did I say? So they know me. So when can be tell you label me as gay, they say, lawyer power. You are a liar. That is why Usha Nifa the Nima, what will say Nifa that is worried about such a child and in this deliverance. So what I'm saying is that when the various radio stations would declare must stand, the Bible says, now be she so ye na motro mojo ne be den ye be fe wegu enti se media houses na obi the kind of stance mo ye neutral no, let's see you to be neutral. Any UTV mo problem, any multimedia mo problem. You see multimedia, UTV, and some of the stations like city TV, mo say you are objective and you are neutral, but you are not. Anytime there's a government in power, no, then you are against that government with propaganda and lies, and somebody called Jessica, somebody called blackmail. That is where they be attacking. Have you seen any opposition media house being attacked? No. Radio Gold, nobody can attack Radio Gold. Nobody can attack NDC media parties. We accept them. We know that they are being honest with what they know. They are doing their propaganda. They are trying to attack because they want to win power. And at times I like a retailer because also Waba say oye obia okasama mama. Obe say the only thing that me penny at the PDD, we at the DA any threat now. Kevitela is doing a good job. Because only the onye hypocrites Waba out say I am for mama NDC. That is what I like about him. But the insult to any problem, no. Anywhere you need deliverance. Insult, no. Say Kevitela. And then utumi jai insults. And lies kakra, ntron kakra so wafa. Jai lies. Now jai insult. Your problem is fantastic because it means that open NDC asema koshe Kevitela. Obama wa nyaje. Open say wa ore ho wa men koshe Kevitela. Sa that here. And to be proud we say so no. I speak and I told them she NDC for now. What did I say? Then they insult me and attack me. I don't care. Make them family. If I don't read it, I don't read those insults. But you see, when radio stations align themselves, align, NDC radio station here, MPP radio station here, then we have non-aligned movement. No. Let's see your objectivity and your fairness. That's end. So UTV, if you say you are not aligned in MPP, then any program you do a balanced and fair program. Simple sister. That's all. Ubenya huto. What do I say? But muse non-aligned, but at the same time, one party a platform indirectly through entertainment, and they come there and they insult and attack and insult and attack. Where lies your neutrality? That's the problem. That is why MPP had a problem if you say, I didn't know my UTV they in say more non-aligned. It is why do you now allow A+ and we are himself beef. A+, even for this should have known, say A+ will be our problem with NDC. MPP. What can several times say, my year campaign mamo, now show me. To such a person who is bitter, you don't entertain him on the show. Who him say Rebecca, the enemy was him. That's the problem for Dixon. And you know Bulldog also on ND's MPP assembly, on the assembly. So when you have political discussions, you remove these people from the panel. You mute them. Or else you bring somebody like Morris Sampao. If I come to the station, your program now, the Bulldog, the A+, now they make baho. What did I say? Now the Abrabo baho. Kabesh show. Mu show na. It's a show number political. Now the A+ for now we Bulldog ha. Now for the invite me. Now invite Abronye. Now grown na dead. Now grown I dead. Then we say A+ mu yo be kola. We say Bulldog omo e kola. Because many Abronye kebo mu a We will silence them. Now my program now. Say na kamu ye no. Mo ka those days I me ba station no. Ebe telenovela no. O dey say mo panela mo dey cancel lutot oye hye. Eto be kan kwasi asam. Na enda mo dey lo ampa be party no. Na me take no. Na put us aba. Na program na ye balanced. But then amu ye. Edu tem na mama program no you mumu damba A plus kun. No can sem na pada this symbol na you don't correct the man. The man. That is the problem lies. It's in the you TV me tumufo. Obi an top pressure man. Nobody hates you. But moya mo neutral. And until the whole brand. Until when you declare for a party, and yes, be balanced. Nobody hates you. Until money show hosts, no people who think that one party is attacking you, no, it's because you said you are neutral. That's why when people think, say, your neutrality is not being shown, there will be cause for concern. And a humble radio station or TV station will accept that in good faith. A plus betra exhibit arrogance. Na A plus say me did not them. A plus me did what them. I say me did we plus that them. Obi a me see penny. Obi a me see penny cry about 10 years penny. I'm not perhaps we could do what them. No, I mean do what them. I'm being truthful. Now sorry now you thought you could give me pressure and problem. When there's a camera case by na Okocho or Facebook and lawyer Ampa man investigated, sending me to the Chief Justice because they be the case called this and camera hono and then now him there. You thought you can problem mama me. Say me na make cases me file na be call this and camera. You wrote when I have not attacked you. And then the attack. But me can say me what evidence say who how papa. I didn't say that you kill your father. You see who A plus. Who you call to the say you gave your father a lot of wahala before our father for the. That's what I said. My cousin no kun father. Me see way plus. You a bad boy, not a bad boy. You. Papa hoteler or running you know. Papa problems. Check sa uko say ya. According to the police station ya. Papa problems are man no. And the way upie na school call we ba omo school call no uchinchin u say u stubborn boy. The evidence is there. Take me to court and I'll bring the people to produce. I'll produce the evidence to you. There are people who know you and are giving information to me. The people who knew you know. Then you sit on UTV and I'll did my time say me good papa. How can I say that? Papa. Me see usuban funo piki from Mufrasia. 1 month to your papa uncle Abrabo mu. Now one brother was one man strong bone muno. What treat to papa? Hey, your papa. About papa, papa was school. Hey, papa no was papa. A plus your father had money. Private schools saw they buy and say, Baka, don't think people don't know me. Me too. Only one for me. Me so much for me for say. Many people me so be a bad boy. Me not be a bad boy. Those who know me try to come out down. Me about them, you couple of me costume. Me was school. Look, come on, me. It's me bad boy na me ye no. Na nya me boy me ko hu Christo na me sesa ye. O dey say. It's me so make us say people I'm for me. People know me like they know you. And that's what I'm saying that you are a bad boy na odi ani. Since I was so A plus is also my number one. Only can tell you deliverance. That's all. My opinion. Now, what is the time? Minya, producer, Mama Nyomba Kon, na me ba ne for na me de Capital Bank Part 1. Capital Bank Part 1. Na be da ba. Iti mami 2 minutes break na me Mmra. Betino. Through lawyer Sasu Sevier. Sasu, ne person boss a video no. Where's a lawyer Sasu use you no? I say obi a wa bu ukutu say who lawyer Sasu sebi. Some more decided not to hit the streets. But you decided to engage parliament use parliamentary procedure to invite the Bank of Ghana governor to parliament, they will be taken wrong. The members of parliament will comport themselves. There will never be choboy and insults and attack. Lawyer Sasu was drunk. Utumu said, "Well, boo, we should any man." Boy now, boo, because you see, parliament untumi mbo kotra. But on the streets, no, now boo, on moon so no shit. Who said nobody will tell you at that time because that's also that I know. That who share video no critical. I don't want to verify some of the statements. Maybe we on platform so because me a guy. What I want to hear me a guy. So it's the ordinary choco girl or boy crying you see that statement, but because over on the streets now he was engaging in hooliganism, and those who went on the street no muniano including say to take it here or Ashe Black now yeah be say huh you be kum you be chobiti you be cheti you be cheti now all these things now mu no na mu bonum na mu sa na mu didi atem no na inscriptions na matro a black placards no so no and the interviews are more than mana mu didi governor na atem na mu describing the governor and the president said they are criminal syndicate. You use harsh words on the governor. You use words to describe the governor as criminal, as somebody who need not to be there. The attack and the insults. When the governor decide to respond with one word, and that is where you see so-called security expector. Ghana Hano. Say, omu ni adwuma bia ye. Omu de aba ne say obi kasa pa. Etino. True lawyer Sasu Sevier. Sasu ne pese be boss video no. Why is a lawyer Sasu use ye no? I say obi a wa bu ukutu say who lawyer Sasu sebi. Say mo decided not to hit the streets. But you decided to engage Etino. True lawyer Sasu Sevier. Sasu ne pese be boss video no. Why is a lawyer Sasu use you no? I say obi a wa bu ukutu say who lawyer Sasu sebi. Etino. True lawyer Sasu Sevier. Sasu ne pese be boss video no. Why is a lawyer Sasu use you no? I say obi a wa bu ukutu say who lawyer Sasu sebi. Say mo decided not to hit the streets. But you decided to engage parliament, use parliamentary procedure to invite Etino, true lawyer Sasu Sevier. Sasu ne pese be boss video no. Why is a lawyer Sasu use you no? I say obi a wa bu ukutu say who lawyer Sasu sebi. Say mo decided not to hit the streets. But you decided to engage parliament, use parliamentary procedure to invite the Bank of Ghana governor to parliament, they will be taken wrong. Exactly 9:30, Lion Powell is back with the banger. Over to me, I send a text message on 0244 67 1011. 0244 67 1011 for us to interact. 0244, don't call me. Oh, friend, my main picket. Mrs. Sending me message, text on my WhatsApp. Either messages on WhatsApp 0244 67 1011, 0244 67 1011, and let me read some of your message. And there is this guy. Me message back will be guy, no, also a friend, no. Nidino. I see. So, I see, Lampa. So you are biased to Ken. God will punish you for that. And what do you say? You see, Ken, supporters in there, torrents. They are not intolerant. Can you you are destroying the people, your political party. You are destroying the youth. If your intolerance show down any utterances of insult and attack. No, Yama NPP youth ni bi exhibiting the same traits. Say otumi sending message. Say God punish me just because my children worry. And I just want to the person's name. Me pending for Mmra Dan Dako. What do I say? Mama, so mama tete papa. Uyan tete uyan tete deliverance like Kevin Taylor. You know, learn how to engage. Now, me say, oh friend, me amen pique. Mon send a message. Me message a bar me kind. What do I say? Ma kan no kware achire mo. No kware na ebita e say dro. No ma ebesa oyare. Now, my final submission on Capital Bank saga need to be we ebe part 1, part 2, part 3, me the part 10. Because exposure and mimicry, any information mimicry, nobody in Ghana, nobody, including the security agencies and the Bank of Ghana, Bank of Ghana, you don't have that information have. National security, you don't have. BNI, Munibi. Finance, Minister of Finance, Unibi. President Nado, Unibi. Nice October, who will be. And the people they accuse you with Atuese, now you know. Atuese and the 4 accused persons now, you know what I know. Attorney General, you don't know. Governor Dami, they are innocent. And the Attorney General office, it's not your fault too. So the Attorney General office, no, they are not responsible for investigations. Almost after investigations, they bring their report. Based on the investigations, they advise. So until we go investigate at the front, we call it armchair investigation. The investigations that was done by the state, those people who did the investigations, there was no forensic auditing. There was no forensic investigation. Yeah, investigation to cover up things. And then the armchair investigations. Investigations are yet and they come out to regional 4. And based on that, no, they also went to court with the facts and the charges based on the evidence and then the conviction. So the judge, the things that I know, Judge we are Madam for remember I appeared before you those days I work Cocoa Affairs. Now was Circuit Court. You name lawyer or example, I have appeared before you several that I to the sense of Cocoa Affairs on the issue of Cocoa 10 to Kukunte. Chamber, off court, and a Cocoa 10 to Kukuntia. Every bit by that to Kukuntia, about the issue, investigation, sir. One song and some of your staff members were. This time was Georgina Wood's time. So the chamber for very brilliant church. And I know you because we are Pentecost elder. Or you judge, or you very pure, honest judge. He was the only city on the matter. He's now the court appeal judge. And so, based on the evidence, he did the needful. But the information that I have, I will not show it. Me fan to her. Producer, come give us another song. Some pay tea. Bloggers will pay tea. The information that I have, I'll give it to national security. This case will restart again. This case, you best shall see biom. And those who must be punished will be punished. Those who have to be punished must be punished. That is the end of the case. The information I have is too much. It's too much. Give me one song. One song. I'll be asking questions. Maybe next week I'll come before the full. I'll start the series, but I'll ask questions and I call it a day. Mommy, one song. True lawyer Sasu Sevier. Sasu. Ne person my boss have video no. Why is a lawyer Sasu use you no? I say obi a wa bo ukutu say who lawyer Sasu sebi. Some more decided not to hit the streets, but you decided to engage parliament, use parliamentary procedure to invite the Bank of Ghana governor to parliament. They will be taken wrong. The members of parliament will comport themselves. There will never be choboy and insults and attack. Lawyer Sasu was drunk. Utmu say we should anymore. Boy now because you see parliament untumi mbo kotra, but on the streets no now wa on moon so no shit. Nobody will tell you at that time because that's also that I know. That video no critical. I don't want to verify some of the statements here. Maybe we on platform so because me a guy. What I your hair me a guy. So it's the ordinary girl, choco girl or boy crying you see that statement. But because over on the streets, now he was engaging in hooliganism. And those who went on the street, no muniano, including say to take it here or Asher Black, now ye be say, huh? Ye be kum, ye be chobiti, ye be cheti. Now all these things now mu yeno. Now mu bonum, na mu sa, na mu didi atemno. Now inscriptions now, much no a black placards no so no. And the interviews are more than mana, more did the governor not them. Now more describing the governor and the president said they are criminal syndicate. You use harsh words on the governor. You use words to describe the governor as criminal, as somebody who need not to be there. The attack and the insults. When the governor decide to respond with one word, and that is where you see so-called security expert Ghana Hano. They say, "Omu ni ejuma biaye." Omu de dia ba ne say obi kasa pa etino. True lawyer Sasu Sevier. Sasu ne person my boss have video no. Why is a lawyer Sasu use you no? I say obi a wa bo ukutu say who lawyer Sasu sebi. Some more decided not to hit the streets, but you decided to engage parliament, use parliamentary procedure to invite the Bank of Ghana governor to parliament. They will be taken wrong. The members of parliament will comport themselves. There will never be choboy and insults and attack. Lawyer Sasu was drunk. Utmu say we should anymore. Boy now because you see parliament untumi mbo kotra, but on the streets, man, with no money. The first lawyer was lawyer Maurice Ampao. That time I was running my chambers and Sunyamiye Law Chambers at Dansoma, roundabout, behind the ADB Bank. It will be on him. That was my first chamber. That is where I met Asuechen as a young boy. I'm be engaging me. So I know Asuechen, the beginning. And then Asuechen's sister, Pamela, Michelle Nadia, was Central University. So I know that Asuechen. So I have so many information about how Asuechen started life and how he started the microfinance. That was Sakama and graduated to be First Capital Plus. then Capital Bank. So that's a clue. I know I say share relationship with Dr. Mensa Hotel, Otabel. I know Otabel. Until my mom clue no. Lawyer Powell, first lawyer for Atuasian. And you know the confidential relationship between lawyers and clients. And you know what I know. He lives at Dansoma. I was his first lawyer. I know the family. I had engagement with him. I know where he started from and where he was going. I know Pastor Mensa Otabel. When he started the ministry. Benny Power all. When he started the ministry, going to secondary schools to preach the second coming of Jesus Christ. So first know. I know Dr. Mensa Otabel's family. I had a relationship with Otabel when I became a lecturer. When we were in law school, I was the best student in company law. And my lecturer was Justice Afre. So he held my hand like this. Without any interview. So that Justice Afre was the lecturer at Central University. He was teaching company law and business law. So because I excel in that, can you tell us, don't hear me? Don't hear me, ministry. I'm telling you, don't hear. You must have been rough. On all school, what you price, can you tell her? Any the so-called people, any A+, who Toro say, you are good at lawyer. What do you mean? I've been a lawyer for 22, 23 years. Who A+, who, if I said I will call, what do you mean? What me? Some of us will stop you from being a lawyer. We will petition the General Legal Council. You can't be a lawyer in this country. Yeah, I'm a governor. You will do that to me. We will petition. It will be a test case against you. People petition and say that you don't have high moral character and prove integrity. And that's all. That's the end. You are knocked out. But listen to me. So, Otabel, I became a lecturer. Don't hear me. And all church members in Ottawa, so the Muntia, Lampa is talking. So, I just saying, meaning the first lawyer. That's the first thing. So I know a lot. Before Obe excel in business, Capital Bank, Capital Plus to Capital Plus to Capital Bank. So information crab. How he climbed. And over. 2, main relationship with Otabel. I don't know Otabel in person. We need chairman, madam for. But us starting ministry, but the people all know. You must be called 1, 2 ni jai. And they say jai because I know what, but na kwano wa mame, young boy. Tisukula, how do I walk to the power? It is jai. You come so sorry. So I didn't confront Otabel, but time me confront Otabel, and Otabel should listen, and people go and tell him. Central University, yes, setting up Central University. I know the beginning from the end. Why? How? Because Jesus Afre was a lecturer at Central University at the beginning of the university at Mataiko. And I have won the best student in company law. So Jesus Afre was nominated by the chief, when they say, President Kufuor, to go to the Supreme Court after the infamous the Republic versus the Nadu case, no, on Chachuketa, fast track case, no. So Joseph Frere was nominated to the Supreme Court. So Joseph Frere held my hand like this. Say, Lawyer Pal, you are the best student in company law. You had almost 90-something%. What been done? So go and lecture law at Central University. So I didn't undergo any interview. I became a lecturer and met professor. That professor that I met is a pastor at Pentecost, and then he is the founder of Regent University, Professor Labi. So as a young lecturer, no, Nico Chadi was Central University, no, I excel, one of the best lawyers, lecturers. I was the best lecturer in Central University Law, and my name at that time was called KJ. Some of my students, Bevrolate, National Security, NDC time, my student. Sampiyale, NDC for Sampiyale, any other lawyer, was my student. Bolare Mo, Bolare Yere, they are all my students. I have about 100 lawyers that I have taught in Central University. They are not all lawyers. I have about 10 or 12 judges, sir. Maximum was Central University. They are all my students. So, during my lectureship at Central University, that is where I encountered Mensa Otabel, Dr. Mensa Otabel. And I have information. How Dr. Mensa Otabel and Professor Labi, I was the lawyer for Professor Labi. I became the lawyer for Professor Labi when Otabel unlawfully, unfairly terminated the appointment of Dr. Labi. He attempted to terminate, but ended up Professor Labi resigning. Because Professor Labi, Otabel had a vision to set up Central University, but Labi brought the vision to being. And Labi was there, and Otabel moye kana na moyi ni fi ho. Now, Professor Labi resigned. I was a lawyer for Professor Labi in that issue with Otabel. So the corresponding letters that I wrote to Otabel in that legal tussle, Anka, I'm come to take Otabel on some years. I'm talking about 20-something years, 20 years ago. This 20 years ago. Once I became a lawyer 1 year, the following year, that year, no, I became a lecturer, and I lectured for 2 years. And now I'm 22 years at the bar. So 20 years ago, I knew Otabel. I wrote confidential letters to him concerning honoring Professor Labi Omotokwano. And so I had the opportunity to know what is going on between the two. Personal, and not church to church. And then Professor Labi, advice from Pentecost chairman, WONTUMI, decided to leave the church and the school. Now we form Regent University. That is where we brought the matter to an end. I had an issue at the school where I have to resign. And I wanted to go and see Otabel. And Otabel says that he's not ready to see me. So Otabel knows me. I'm giving you a clue. How Atuese became a member of the Otabel Church, I know. How Atuese and Otabel started Capital Bank issue, I know. What went on, I know. How Mama, President Mama, NDC NDC, Mama, Mutam 620 million as loan. Money mom to relieve them. The Bank of Ghana at that time. That time you gave them that money, 620 million. With the consent of President Mahama. Altwe says a smart business man. Smart, very intelligent, very handsome. So he played among these political roles. So Mama, I know you and Atwesen relationship and how that money, I know. And currently you and Atwesen relationship, I know. How Atwesen is more supportive, decided to support your campaign, I know. Now, Otabel and Atwesen relationship and the banking saga, the monies that went on, I know. How much was given to Otabel, I know. How much Central University have spent, I know. How Capital Bank became the financier of the church and be paying workers, churches' salaries of workers, I know. Like the way Abrabo used Unibank to pay Bolare media. You know, the media was set up by Abrabo with the main aim of making the Sun a presidential material. And because the Sun and Bolare were so close and they're friends, movement guys, they are called movement guys. So these two movement guys, though, the boy, before Junior, convinced the father, said, listen to me. If you want to be president, if you want the president, Lawrence is going. Mama and Co are problems. So if you want us to have a stake in NDC and our presidential ambition come to play, you know, let's buy the media houses. Because if you control the media houses, you control the politics of this country. And so Dufour banner, convincing Dufour, and the money they gave to Bolare, I know. To Poch Bolare, I know. And how Unibank became the financier of GH1, Star FM, all the media houses until it collapsed. I know. The way Atwesen also used Capital Bank to finance Otabel's church. I know. How Mama is benefiting from Atwesen's largesse. I know. How Otabel cannot be touched because of its relationship with certain personalities in the judiciary. I know. In the political circle. I know. I've just given a clue. So, pray for me. I will not expose it here, but I will next week come and talk about the lessons. And the right authorities, I'll give you the information. I'll give the information to the National Security, the director of BNI. It's painful because in law, when you do a full trial, you can't go and do another trial again. But reopen the docket for other people. And the truth will draw President Mama in. President Mama will also be drawn into the saga. And Atwesen, conviction and sentencing. Say your mom pie, not President Mama bar. The first thing he will do is to give Atwesen a pardon. Because it's a political contract that you've signed. And Mensa Tobel and those who protected, who promised Atwesen protection, and you fail to do so, he will expose you. I have the information. So, Nyami, ehu yemobo, no hui o mine no mobo. na Abrabo yeti no yemfa no kware enante se dia wo ye bia wa Abrabo mu Bible say bibi eni wa yende di everything will be exposed at the right time. So you people think that you can decide to manipulate the system and have your way because either you have political power, you are outside political power. You see, at times the opposition has power, not even the ruling government. What the opposition can do, at times the ruling government cannot do. The promises the opposition people do give, and when we are corrupt in the system, you shit in the system and you give opposition people money, and you give government money so that businessmen no you invest strategically and then obi dikede poechi and yes because of money you Kennedy bar they are promising the business so a lot of business people are sponsoring Kennedy Pond just for their bottom and then the welfare of the nation. And then Ebimusu did Bambieti not because of the welfare of the nation, but bottom. And then businessmen be sponsor Mama to come to power because they also want Omobotom. Now maybe Kenya back. Now mo dem say. Now mo say Abrabo no say. Yet your me muna. Mode mafa yasa bomobo. Na what opposition and and the government is corrupt. Meanwhile, in opposition, you are more than corrupt. The expose will come in series. How Atuisen met Mama and how Otabel, Jesus Christ, I'm sad. May the God of heaven have mercy on all of us. Nyamia obo so na sase and bon wa wo hwemi nia ho ban on hwe wo kra so ko si se ye be fia nyame e ma idada di bandi na oma ye apomodin kakribia e besu am no ye fa da sa ye fa do kware ye nante so say no kware e bambo kese it's a shield. The truth is a shield. That's it.